What's up, guys? Just had my meal for the day. I'm thinking of going back to that creek to wash my dishes, to wash my iron skillet. So I think when you put your mind towards something, even imagining something, thinking about something that you want to achieve in life, it moves you in that direction. Even just thinking about it. I want to XYZ. For example, I want to live in Moldova. And you think about that every day. You imagine what life might be like there. I mean, there is a difference between fantasizing and wanting to do something and directing your energy towards it. For the longest time, yeah, I wanted to come back to America. I would say I would say like after my first 11, 12 years in Japan, I was done. I was, ready to come back. But I had made a life for myself there, and it's really hard to uproot your life and start all over again somewhere else. I mean, heck, I'm a year in, almost a year into my life back here in America, and I'm still struggling. I feel like I'm an infant, compared to where everybody else is at. So there was a lot of hesitation, and I had a lot of fears about leaving the stability I had in Japan. But I would always imagine and think about coming back to America and traveling. And I loved watching these guys who had these van life videos. And this was before van life blew up and just became so huge on social media. I was watching, the first guys that were doing it, and that was like a little escape from my reality. When you're like just going through the grind and you're working, you're doing a shit job you don't want to be doing. It's nice to like see other people living your dream, doing something that you'd like to do. Of course, I'm not this kind of person that just says, oh, if I did that, I would have the perfect life. I know that there's resistance and there's problems that come with any kind of lifestyle you're going to choose. And it's funny how that's something I wanted for so long, and now I'm doing it. You know, it's like it took a long time for me to gather up the courage to do what I'm doing now. But I think the mere fact of just thinking about it a lot and wanting it, it's like a wind that pushed my sailboat slowly in that direction. Yeah, it took years, but I got there and I'm doing it now, and it's so fun. I love living in my car. I'm in living room mode right now. Just ate my lunch here. Just cooked my sausages and pizza. Had a nice salad. Got a cool little spot in the shade under a tree. And there's like so many ways you can do this. You can live in your car and do Uber Eats and Lyft. You can live in a van and get a job and just stay in the same town in your van, park at different places every night. You can get like a travel trailer, pull a big ass house behind you and travel across the country if you have the money, right? You can get a fifth wheel, which is like those bus style RVs, and you can try to live in one of those. Actually, just about a 2-minute walk down the road here is a trailhead, and I see this big ass Class A RV always parked there. So I guess they're living there. It says no overnight parking, but apparently they don't really enforce it here in Missoula. And I've done car life, and there's a lot of aspects I like about it. I would like to I would like to I would like to size up to something bigger, and I would like to do it with a girlfriend. That's another thing when you talk about the different ways you can do car life. Like you can do it alone, which has been fine. I mean, I've enjoyed the experience doing it alone. You can do it with a girlfriend. You can do it with a friend. You can do it with a dog. I've seen people do it with a goat. So just there's tons of variations on the way to do it. Yeah, I would like to do it in a van probably, or maybe a truck with like a shell on the back of it, or yeah, I mean it's just so many different ways, and like now that I've got the basics down, so it's like now it's just a matter of trying to do it a different way, expanding. Yeah, I just would like to have more space. Like I'd like to have in a van, for example, or uh, a an RV. I'd like to have a table that I could sit at and work, and maybe be able to stand up in. But I mean, living in my car definitely has its benefits. Like I am so stealth, like nobody really suspects that I'm living in here and sleeping in here, and that really like reduces the stress a lot. And now my mind is geared towards having my own land, having a little homestead, and I can see it's going to be a long journey. Did you grow up in a village or in a town or a city?
No, no, no. I grew up in a city.
So you're a city girl?
Of course I am.
Okay. Do you know how to hunt?
What?
Do you know how to hunt?
Hunt?
Yeah.
Like in the bush?
Yeah.
No, no, I don't even like bush. I don't like bushes.
Well, actually, I want to live in the bush. That's my dream. I want to buy land in the bush and live in the bush.
Seriously. Why? Why don't you want to live in houses?
Well, no, I'm going to have a house, a nice shelter, a comfortable place to live, but I want to be in the bush, far away from people. No neighbors.
Oh, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you manage?
Okay. I've never heard that. I've never heard anyone say that before. It's like it's isn't it?
So if I hunted a cane rat, do you know how to like process it? You know, how to take off the skin and get the meat and cut the meat, and do you know how to do all that and how to store the meat? Do you know how to do all that?
First of all, that is so irritating because I can't imagine getting my hands stained with the blood and then cutting off the throat. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, I can't do all that.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be living in the bush, I need a wife that can do these things. And I'm interviewing
Yeah,
you right now, and where's your head at?
practice makes perfect. If I actually get someone to teach me how to do that, I can actually learn.
Okay. But you said it's weird. You said it's weird to live in the bush. Do you want to learn?
It's actually it's actually weird, but I mean the way you said everything, I think it's really gonna be nice.
It's not going to be easy. And there's things I'm scared of. Like, I have no carpentry skills, building skills. I don't have a really solid grasp on things like sewage, electricity. And so, of course, I'm scared of attempting to do those things, but I'll do it. I'll just, you just face your fears and you do it. Maybe you make mistakes, but you learn. So, if anything, my life has proven to me that when I face my fears, I break through barriers, I learn new things, and I'm able to get a new kind of happiness in my life. So, I'm going to keep on pushing. There's a lot of things I don't know about owning land, buying land, building on the land. I mean, there's so much I don't know. But my mind is in that direction, and I think the winds of the universe is going to push me there because it's in my consciousness. Isn't that interesting how something that seems so unattainable in your consciousness manifests itself. And I think it's even happening on a grander scale. I'm talking about the consciousness of one person. You could also talk about the consciousness of the whole human race and how we know that we want to explore outer space. We don't know how to do it yet. We haven't figured it out, but we just have this yearning to do it. And slowly but surely, I can see us getting there. I can see us colonizing Mars and beyond. And if you look at the individual level, I think it's the same thing. You you put you gear your consciousness towards a dream or a goal that you have, and the winds of the universe slowly pushes your ship there. Beyond owning land and having a homestead, I have other dreams too, other things I want to achieve in my life. When I think about life this way, like, there is not enough hours in the day to do everything I want to do in life and learn everything I need to learn to have a happy life, a fulfilling life. So thanks for the comments. It definitely makes me think and reflect on my own life. That was an interesting little thought experiment there. Yeah, let me know in the comments where your mind and your thoughts are leading your own life.